Yo, 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 yo. It's the Black King. Hey, folks. A long time. Been thinking about how I wanted to prepare this video because, well, I've been a fan of DMX. With those of you for many years, I've been a fan of Michael Jackson as well. And for many decades, people always think that you always have to buy their music or any other product, someone's product to be a fan of theirs, or buy some things so through some uh, uh what do you call it that supports the channel besides views and stuff like that where they get their money from, but that's not true. So it's unfortunate, but DMX has passed away. Now, as of this video, this is like days later, and I haven't exactly really been around enough to make a video for a while, but I've been also thinking about how to make this video because it's not easy for me to talk about someone passing away. Now, I never knew the man personally. I never knew Michael Jackson personally either. But I did find out the man had done some things in his life, and he'd been gone to prison for some reason or another. But he still made great music. So, just because someone goes to prison doesn't necessarily mean they make their music go bad. Help. Ew. I know a guy who's been threatening to get out of the business with other people, which was the only way they could even do anything, even though it was kind of practice, but it wasn't really anything to go anywhere with because they never did anything. And anyway, he went to prison and it kind of changed him. But it doesn't always change people, you know, or nor does it. I mean, even with that change, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come back with, oh, there's a bad person because he got bad music or something because he went to jail or prison. And people always say that there's a difference. No, there really isn't. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of differences between the two, but as far as you being locked up, it's just the same thing. The only difference is that in prison, I believe, as well, you get to go outside only if they release you, though. But see, there's this thing. You're still in a lockdown. Even then, when they release you out into a courtyard, they always watch you, make sure you're not doing anything, you know, they don't want you doing. So, what's the difference? Well, not much. It's the same thing. You're being locked up. You can't like just take off and leave either. You can't walk around and go to some shop or something, get your smokes or whatever. Not that I would ever go to a shop, but it took you to smokes. But that's not the point. You know, I never bought a thing of DMX, his music. Nor did I buy anything of Korn or. So I'm a fan of that music too. Creed, Nickelback. I like Nickelback. I don't care. I don't care. Anybody who says nobody likes it is a full of shit. Okay? I like their music. I've always been a fan of theirs. I've never just because I don't buy the music doesn't mean I'm not a fan. And there are fans out there too of these bands. Believe it or not. Just like Michael Jackson, he's passed away, and they're gone. They may be gone forever, but their music is still alive and well. It's sitting right there on YouTube. Now, there's one song, music video. Well, that is, well, it might be only a lyrics version of it, but it eludes me. Where all my homies at? I believe it was by DMX, and I'm gonna tell you, the thing about the music industry is you can't miss an opportunity. Come on, come on. You can't miss an opportunity to practice, be able to keep it going. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to keep music going, but the one instance where you want to be like that, and it's not really the same without a band, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing it like Smooth McGroove, which you can do, I'm not gonna say he's better, and I'm not gonna say that I'm better. That's bullshit. You know, nobody's better than anybody, and anybody's nobody better than them. Because if you've ever paid attention to history, people screw up. Nobody's perfect. Okay. In order to be better, you have to be able to be better at something. It doesn't mean you're better than somebody else. Even they make mistakes. Even when they get better, they still always. See, that's the thing through life. You have to make mistakes in order to improve. I mean, obviously, you can't go out there and RAPE somebody or rob a bank. But like when you screw up on a song, or you stub your toe, that kind of thing. That kind of stuff, or you accidentally break a dish or something that you probably shouldn't do. But at least, that's something to learn from. Well, I don't know what the hell breaking a dish or whatever else has to do with, stubbing your toe. I mean, has to do with music. But I do know that in a way it does, but not necessarily. And the reason for that being, let me try to explain that clearly for you. It's because of what it's in common with. It's a mistake. Because no one's perfect. That's what it has to do with it. Other than that, it's not really has anything to do with. It doesn't have anything to do with basically improving or not improving. But let's say you screw up on a song or something, or because it's okay. It's just practice, and you're allowed to make mistakes. They say a machine's not allowed to make mistakes. Well, that's not true at all because machines do it anyway. Because they're programmed to make mistakes, even though they're not aware of the mistake. Some of them are because their AIs are smart enough, and then because for anybody else they'll do something, and for you they won't. But unlike Siri, now Siri has to be programmed. And I mean programmed. I mean not that she isn't already programmed, or he, or whatever the hell it is, because it's not necessarily a gender, which is crazy. Because when you first get it, it's always a female. So anyway, like okay, even though it tries to look up things, but it's barely good about finding things on the internet. But it's not that great because you haven't programmed it. Let's say you wanted to look up porn. Well, I'm not saying you should. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't. That's not up to me. But yeah, so you say you wanted to look up porn. Well, I'm sorry, I can't find that. And the hell of it is that there's no point in having it linked up with Chrome because it doesn't work too well. It always goes to Safari. And you can have Chrome on there, but don't use it with Siri because it never works. I mean, unless you can get it programmed properly, which I don't even know how you're supposed to do that. I know that there's a way to do it. I don't even know what's involved, how to, even though you can talk to it every day, it doesn't really improve it to know that, oh yeah, you want to look at porn. Well, it's not really the point. And most of the damn things even if it's not about porn, it doesn't have to be about porn. It could be something you said, and I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know what that is. What is that? Literally, she's asked me that. And it's not even anything inappropriate either. It's just something I've said. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, she said that, and let me tell you, that's because she's not fully programmed. But anyway, so back to DMX. DMX, I don't know what to say. I hate when people get into a vegetative state. And the thing of it is that if you had done right, you could have put them in a deal so they could be there forever. Sure, they may never grow, they may never have more extraordinary thoughts, but as long as you put them in a system where they can learn, then they'll learn. It has to be a good old game that can handle all that without crashing. Which means it has to be on a big server. The unfortunate thing is, how do you do that? So, but anyway, I mean, people give up too easily. When they see somebody in the hospital, it's the most craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I gotta say though that DMX, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. You certainly earned it. I still wish a lot of people could be transferred to a way to where we could forever have them, and not just by pictures, because barely the people that can even remember them don't even hardly remember them. And when you look into their eyes, it's like they're so soulless. Now it's not like you're trying to look into them like that. It's nothing to do with love, okay? You don't have to look into somebody's eyes and be like, "Oh, hey, there's your baby." Uh, Even an animal. You don't have to look into their eyes for the sake of love. That's just the most redundant thing I've ever heard of. People used to believe that for years. I used to be one of them too. Let me tell you, I mean, the thing about love is it's not just about staring into each other's freaking eyes. It's the fact that the way you look at the reflection when you look at any movie or moving photo, the photo itself doesn't really mean anything online, but if you see one in person, don't look to the eyes, because it will make you cry, or at least tear up, or make you feel more sad because you're being reminiscent. Not that I mean, it's bad enough that it's already sad that they're gone. And it is sad, and it is bad. Like with Robin Williams. Robin Williams is gone forever. He may be gone, but his movies will always be around. You know, And the problem that I have with the vaults that these companies make, like with Disney, is that, you know, why do that? Why not keep making them? Why make it a limited time only? Because there are so many people who miss out on it. Just because they don't have the money doesn't mean, you know, they won't eventually have it. You know, you can still be making money off of that. And you know, and the one thing I want to find out was about this program. I wouldn't exactly call it a kid show, but I wouldn't exactly call it for adults either. And we're gonna look that up right here while we're talking here. Let's see here. Whatever. Um, Excuse me. What happened to? Oh, what was the name of that? I just had it. Oh yeah, Captain Planet. I don't know if that was it. Captain Planet ended with its sixth season in 1996. The show has remained on the air in syndication across the world since then. While there have been numerous talks of a revival for the series, like the Planet movie I mentioned above, where there is yet to be a return for Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Harper Comics published comic series titled Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Will Tip Turner, executive producer Barbara Pyle, he came up with the initial concept and she fleshed it out. Why? I don't understand why people do it like that. That's confusing. Was she, a he, what? Anyway, Captain Planet and the Planeteers launched in 1990. No, we're not going to bring it up just in case. Let's see. Was Captain Planet canceled? I think it was actually kind of renamed, if I'm not mistaken. Even though they were still referred to the Captain Planet and the Planeteers, uh, whenever you watch the show, from what I remember, you know, but, voice of Captain Planet. What the hell are all these people? But they all can't be Captain Planet. Whoopi Goldberg did not play that. Frank Welker. Marty was not a villain. What the hell are you talking about? Huh? Marty then uses the power apart, and the penalty is all concentrated, allowing captive pollution. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Duke Nukem had nothing to do with the show, so what the are you talking about? Dr. Blight is the only female antagonist of the 1990 series. Okay. And Mal was mad. What? Was mad? Do you people even know how to type? This is the bloody internet. Okay, you have plenty of room. This is not like back in the old days when you had excuses when you brought out a damn video game. People need to learn how to fucking make sentences. See, Dr. Blight is. See, that's fine. Mal was a mad scientist. Dr. Blight's bitchy express. Oh, okay, see, whatever. There was venomous scum, I guess, and there was another fat pig. It's just villains of the show. You never know what happened to them. The thing about all these shows from the past, yeah, like all these guys right there who need to come back, they all need a reunion. I mean, the only ones who've ever done a reunion, like the guy who played the voice of Bleach, and I ain't talking about the Japanese version, although that would be fine if they joined the deal. But anyway, this has nothing to do with it because, anyway, Bleach, Ichigo, English. There you go. I forgot his name. Anyway, John Young Bosch is the only one who's ever had a full reunion with, what is it now? Because he was part of the Power Rangers back in the day. He's the only one who's ever had a full reunion with all of the Power Rangers, including Tommy. Yes, I used to be a fan of the show. I'm no longer a fan. I've never been really a fan of the newer series. But yeah. I don't care about the Power Rangers anymore. Power Rangers are just something in the past I used to watch. But, and I did not know he did Wolf's Rain. So you give or take Bleach and Wolf's Rain. Was not a kid show. What was his name? Yeah. See, John Young Bosch from there. They've never had a full cast reunion. It doesn't really have to have the Japanese necessarily. And I ain't trying to be racist either. It's true. Hell, but that would be a full reunion. Because they work together. It's not about that so much as it is about seeing them. Crispin Freeman, Joshua Seth, Manya Marshall. I don't remember him ever being anything else. But pretty much that is Johnny Young Bosch. They need a cast reunion with all the shows he's ever been on. I think one of the original Japanese voice actors actually passed away on that show, which I did not know that. I don't even. Okay, to be fair, I've never really watched the Japanese version of it. I might have heard it, a little bit of it, finally, but when it came out originally, it was an English dub, and that was on Toonami. Yeah, so, because see, Toonami brought us a host pack of a lot of shows that were from Japan. It didn't bring us as many, mind you, in one shot, like, but over the course of time, it did. Not as much as, say, one website could ever produce. No, but they have done so. And, I mean, literally, that was the first one I ever heard of. This was way before Bleach, believe it or not. This show came out, it was a long time ago before Bleach was the thing. And, let's see, what happened to Black Cat? She intended to get revenge on him, but he died in a drunk driving. What? Okay, let me try that again. Okay. Black Cat is an anime series adapted from the manga of the same name. The anime television series adaptation premiered in the fall season on October 6, 2005. His new upset way of seeing things, thanks to Saya, eventually causes him to leave Kronos and later become a sweeper. Becomes a sweeper would have made more sense there anyway. Using his imagined blade, he kills her and she dies in Train's arms. As she cries, her death throws Train into a rage. That doesn't make any sense. So you should have said that it was Creed because see, Creed is the one who killed her. How did I know? So I didn't know there was any movies. Was Black Hat the anime TV series canceled? Marvel hasn't canceled the Color Attack series and is in hiatus until Venom event. What the hell is Marvel? I didn't know Marvel had anything to do with Black Cat. Black Cat season. Whether Black Cat season 2 release date is announced, is Black Cat renewed or canceled TV series? Learn the actual status of Black Cat on DBS. The hell? I didn't know they had anything to do with anime. Next season canceled. The world is secretly controlled by a secret organization. Organization Kronos. Under the command of this mysterious organization are the Kronos Numbers, a group of powerful assassins taking orders to eliminate certain targets, secretly to keep the so-called peace. One of the most powerful numbers. Blah 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 blah. Black Cat brief overview. All right. Well then, let's see what happens if. Will there be I do not want that. A season. Season 5? I never even looked that up. Season 2. English dub. Yes. And who answers? I'm watching season 1 of Black Cat, and I think there are 2 more seasons, but I don't know where to find them. And where I can find them, both season 2 and 3 new stuff, please give me a call. I guess. As far as I know, when I actually found the season 2, by the way, and 3, they looked about, they all read like they were the same, but they wouldn't never play them. And this was, maybe not, on Kiss Anime. Some kind of website doing like that. I don't know where it came from, something like that. But it wasn't on Crunchyroll. Okay, we don't care about Black Butler. We don't care about episode 2. We want season 2, you dipshit. Nope, Black Cat was only 1 season long. Episode 24 is the final episode. Now that's a bunch of bullshit because people have been talking about it. They say final episode, but yes, they have been. There has been other seasons that have come out, but nothing to do with like based off the manga, I guess. So those of you who have written, like you're ever gonna watch this, but you wrote that out are full of shit. And 24 was the final episode of season 1. Season 2 and season 3 are out, but if you want the official deal, because they do have different names and stuff with the episodes. Yeah, I don't know. It like has an ending for each season though. Besides season 1. So there you go. My thing is, what happened to season 2 and 3? I mean, actually, I've been looking forward to season 2 before season 3. Because I've seen the first one. And the thing I will not do is watch a damn a show out of order with English dub. That's like watching sub without. Okay, let's say you got only 1 season. See, I'm being fair, unlike you. out there would think that English dub is so sick because it's just so wrong to watch it. No, I think it's equally fair to watch anything you want to. People can watch what they want to. It's not a bad thing. Damn cats don't understand anything. Anyway, bye.